Hey folks, Maverick Indicators here. All right, I am eyeing the downside. Look at this. Okay, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Let me just check if we have news today. Let me see here. We have 8:30 news. Oh, it's orange news. So most likely, I don't expect this to affect the chart. Maverick News will put it right on the chart. But let me turn that off. Okay, I am eyeing the downside. I'm going to get into two contracts here on ES. Going to place my stop at the top of this zone. And let's talk about it and why I'm so bearish right here. Well, first things first, we got a red background. The bears are in control. Okay, Maverick AI Pro colors your background to who's in control. Okay, green to the upside. I mean, this is, let's not make this rocket science, right? Okay, all right. So we got a red background. The bears are in control. Second thing is we have hot pink candles. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. I'm adding one more and then I'm calling it a day. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. It's a 5-minute chart. This is middle of the night action, but let's go back to yesterday. Great example of this, okay? Market open. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green's your strongest upside data candle. Then you get into lunchtime, and look what happened. We turned right around. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. Well, what do we have right now? We got hot pink candles. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data, not to price and direction. Look at the zone score. Price likes to run away from the strongest zone. 96. Okay, so we got a red background. The bears are in control. We got hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. We got an A+ setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Let the Maverick Radar confirm what you think you're seeing. The Maverick Radar goes through a bunch of our indicators, grades each one, and then gives you this overall score. When we don't have a grade, we don't touch our mouse. B setup, ooh, I'm interested. I'm going to be looking at my charts. A setup, I'm really interested. I mean, I'm like really interested. We got an A+ setup to the downside on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Check out up here. This is the Maverick Multi-X. Think of T1 through T5 as traders. They all have a completely different style. They're algorithmically built traders, all with a completely different style. And then they're voting across 6 time frames. So instead of having 6 charts on your monitor, why not have the Maverick Multi-X in a nice, neat little box up here and seeing what these 5 traders are voting? Are they bearish or are they bullish? Look at this, we're pushing through. But this is cooler than trading with 5 traders because guess what? These guys, they don't have any emotion. The number one downfall of traders is emotion. These guys are just data driven. They're casting their vote across 6 time frames purely on data. Look at this. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. The last thing I'm going to show you is the Maverick zones. I did not draw these zones. Okay, these are auto drawn by the Maverick zones. And as price gets closer to the zone, it gives you a zone score. Anything less than 90% is game for breaking. Anything greater than 90% is like a brick wall. Remember up here where I said, look, it's a 90. Maybe it was right here. I can't remember. We had a 90-something% score. Price likes to run away from your strongest score a lot of times. Every time? Nope. A lot of times? Yes. Okay. We got a 54 score here. All right. I no longer have to draw my support and resistance zones. It does it for me. And it decides how big should the zone be, where should it be, all that stuff. Let me show you the coolest thing though. We're stacking probability here. Red background, bears are in control. Hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. A+ setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar, and all 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. Okay, stacking probability, but let me show you something that's even cooler. This is the Maverick Gamma Pro that's going to be coming out here. We're going to make an announcement on when members can pre-order it. You're going to get a crazy stupid discount. Early access. We're almost there. We're finishing up the server hopefully this week so you guys don't have to pay for any data. We're going to crunch it on our end. So you have it for NinjaTrader and TradingView. Guys, these are dealer gamma levels. These are gamma levels where most likely the market maker has to hedge their bet. Here's what's cool about this. We broke below the yellow line, which is your gamma flip line. Price is very calm above it. Price is very, I don't want to say violent, but it's very momentum driven below it. And what happens is, and this is why what was once support now becomes resistance, because what happens is that this is support. The market makers hedge, they defend their, hang on one second, guys. I'm going to have to close this. Okay. They hedge their positions at these levels. See right here? Sorry. See right here? They were defending this level right here. You pushed up. When you finally broke that level, guess what? They're going to change their position. They're going to flip. They're going to hedge their position right here. So now when price comes back up, it is now resistance. This is why once was support is now resistance. Hold on, I like to hit the close button. So knowing where these dealer hedging levels are, we have way more insight onto the day in the chart and how price reacts around these levels. So now you combine that with our Maverick indicators that we use now, whether it's our hot pink candles, our red background, okay, red background, hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Your A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let me clear that so you guys can see the price action there. Okay, and now we're putting, this is what clear vision looks like, folks. This is what clear charts look like, okay? So if you want a little bit more edge in the market, if you want a little bit more clarity on your charts, not financial advice, do your own research, never any guarantees in any market. We know that. Somebody can tweet something at any time, but we would love, love, love to help you crush it and make your charts a little bit clearer, all right? So come check us out, all right? Not financial advice. Boom. Oh man, on the money. I was good today hitting that close button. Normally I hit it a little too short there, but there you go. You can see that was awesome. Okay, that was awesome. And we had clear vision this entire time. Red background, hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. All 5 emotionless traders were voting bearish across 6 time frames. Okay, and now we combine this with the Maverick Gamma Pro that's going to be coming out soon here. And we see where these potential hedging levels are, these gamma levels where the market maker will most likely have to hedge their bets. And that is power. Like, this is really, really cool stuff. And again, this is going to come with a twice a day email explaining the levels. We're going to do a morning one with the game plan, an evening one with a recap of how the levels perform. It's going to be pretty cool. And these are SPX levels translated onto your ES chart. So whether you're trading futures or options, you'll be able to have the levels on here. We got SPY. We're going to have the whole Mag 7. So whether you might trade options, you might trade stocks, you might trade NVIDIA and Meta and Microsoft and all that stuff. I know I do, so I want them on there. So anyway, this is going to be a game changer for so many of you guys. If you haven't yet, sign up for the wait list. I'll put the link in the description of this video. And then if you're not a member yet, what are you waiting for, folks? This is clear vision. This to me is edge. Okay. So again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market. But man, woo, that was pretty fun. All right. So come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.